And that just, if Jennifer Lopez has any lawyers and stuff that monitor my stuff, my shit, I was gonna say, I'm not trying to be out of line. I'm sorry. I was just led to believe through certain circumstances, and this is, you got to understand where I was placed. I was ended up at. I've been here my whole life. This is a surveillance, mind control, security network corridor, and then in Sierra Vista and stuff. I didn't mean to be out of line and out of place with you at any place or point or time, or make you feel uncomfortable, or have lawyers to think anything could ever happen to you from me. Because if anybody in the world was ever going to physically do harm to you, I'd be the last person. Okay, that's the type of person I am. I would never force myself on you, never rape you, never get, It's weird. I was watching that movie. I do get, you're the only person in the history of the world that I've ever done this with, okay? I've watched movies and had crushes, but I felt on that movie like I felt with Miriam, and then I had dreams tonight about Miriam, and there was always this competition thing, and I was like, why am I feeling this way about this woman in Hollywood who doesn't even know who the fuck I am? I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, and it's weird. I'm like, I feel stupid. I feel like a dumb kid in high school, man. And I'm sorry, I've never felt this way before. This has never happened to me with a famous person, ever. Okay, just so you know. I mean, I had a crush on Janet Jackson in high school. But I didn't sit there and go, I should be James DeBarge. I just looked at James DeBarge and said, oh, shit, man, I fucked up. I probably should have gone over and talked to her. I think I was in the building. I think I'm the kind of type that she's into. I mean, we look kind of alike. We got similar noses. Shit, I probably could have gotten in there and maybe hung out with her. Maybe I should have given it a try. But I was like, I'm not that type of person. I'm not going to sit there and drop everything. My mom told me that, too, with the thing about Diana Ross. She said, if I was a man, I'd follow her all over the country. I was like, Mom, that's just kind of weird. Like, what? I don't stalk people. No. I never did, man. I never, with girls. I mean, I went to Rhonda's and Tella's and Michelle's softball games because they invited me. Yeah, we got our softball games. Rhonda said that, and I went. And Michelle was on the team, and Tella. I had a crush on all three of them, but mostly it was on Shell. Me and her had a special relationship, but me and Rhonda did too. But it was, like I said, I ended up where I couldn't date any of them or ask any of them out. But they asked me to. I didn't sit there and just show up because I was stalking them. It's because, Rhonda, we rode the same bus, and Rhonda said, wherever our softball game, I'll show up. Then otherwise I don't. I'm not the type of person, that shows up, and I don't stalk people. No, if I show up at the library and you're there, he's stalking me. No, because I show up just about every day, and it's not always at the same time. And so if we show up at the same time, I don't think they're stalking me either. I think it's just serendipity doo-dah, and people that work at the library, I'm not stalking you. I'm just coming to talk to you because you're a cool person and stuff like that. I'm not like that. I just wonder who's here, I like to see Ryan. I like to see Morgan. I like to see Sammy. I like to see all the people that work there. But I ain't stalking them. It's just I'm showing. It's like showing up at work, and the people you work with. And it's like, are you stalking me? It's like, no, we work here. Never mind. It's planet Earth, right? Okay, this is where I come and do what I do. And that's about it. Yeah, no, it's nothing weird about me. I just show up and I go home. No, I ain't stalking nobody. I'm not wasting my fucking time. No, I'm not like that. I've never been like that. Even from the time I was young, When me and Susie started dating, I watched her. I never talked to her. And then she had a friend. I went out on the patio, and I was like, the one girl I like is that Suzette girl, and she's beautiful. She has the most gorgeous brown eyes, and she has a wonderful figure and shape, and she's pretty hair, and and I went out on a star. I wished on a star, and I said, I'd love it if I could be your boyfriend. A month later, she was my girlfriend. I totally fucked it up. I was so stupid. I was like, wow. I mean, when does that kind of stuff happen? Well, it's a town of 3,000 people. But she was older than me. I was 8th grade, and she was a freshman in high school or something like that. And I was like, it was so weird, man. I was like, no joke, man. A month later, she's, one of her friends, Susie wants to date you. No way. I never told anybody I liked her. No, I didn't go around telling everybody. I learned that with Chris Martinez Second grade, Sarah Horta. Sarah Horta looked a lot like she had a Jennifer Lopez type quality to her. She had a really nice butt and she had long brown hair. She was pretty. And I told Chris, you know, he's like, Sarah, she's pretty. You know, he ran around the basketball court yelling, you know, who likes her? So after that, I never told any of my friends who I liked. No. I learned my lesson at 7 years old. I got embarrassed chasing him around the basketball court. Don't tell it. I didn't tell anybody I liked Yolanda Ray. No, I had a crush on her too. I never told it. Nope. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell anybody I had a crush on Julie Beckham. Or even, well, everybody knew I had a crush on Debbie Davis because everybody did, but I didn't tell anybody. Just tell by the way I acted around her. I didn't tell. I did tell Bart that I thought his cousin was pretty. Bart Meyer and Trina Morris. Yeah, that was about it. And then my sister found out that I had a crush on Rena Ledoux. And I didn't really tell anybody, but people told her, and I didn't tell anybody I had a crush on Suzette Gilson, though. No. I guess maybe they kind of figured from Trina, he likes Trina and Rena, and they're both Native American, that I would have a crush on. He likes okay, that makes sense. That he likes the Colville Indian girls. He thinks they're pretty. Yeah! He's stupid not to think Colville Indian girls were pretty. No, they were very pretty. Long black hair, big brown eyes, and just pretty. And you go back and check them out in the archives of the yearbooks and stuff like that. They're cute girls. They're really pretty. So yeah, well, I wasn't stupid. But I guess that's how it works. You know, it's kind of like a word of mouth thing. But yeah, I'm not that type of person, you know, and like I told everybody, you know, she wouldn't have to put any lawyers to put a restraining order on me unless she shows up at the library and, what the fuck are you doing here? Go away. No, I don't want to get any trouble. I don't want to get locked up by the deputies department and shit again. Go away. Leave me alone. Like my life isn't annoying fucking enough and hard enough. I miss my kids. My dog's having bad dreams and waking up crying. Just like Katie was before they stole her. I don't need any help from you. Go away. That's how I'd be. Just leave me alone unless we can start changing the world today. It'd be best if you never showed up in Las Cruces, New Mexico and came into my life and made things more complicated. Because if they're not going to change, I don't want anybody jerking my chain and making me more depressed. Okay? So thank you, but no thanks. That's how I am. I'm a very practical person. I see things for how they are and who they are. I don't judge people by their records, their DVD sales, and their, you know, their, what's those things called? Magazine covers and shit. No, they're just people. That's the way I see people, you know. If someone came up to me, I would talk to them and tell them very straight up. Not to be an arrogant prick, but I could sit there and I can analyze and observe and process real well. So I could sit there and go, well, here's what I probably would have done if it's done. Well, that's nice. That's your opinion and everything. It's not my opinion. That's my analysis. And what do you think? I think you're fucking shit up, and I think I have a better observation and analysis. I think I can prove it too. Well, being the fact that I can sit there and tell you about rational fear-based monetary programs that are causing irrational. I don't know. I think I've got some pretty good analysis skills. Okay, that's just my perspective. But it's yeah, and I could sit there and go, yeah, I really. What do you think? You'd make a better governor than me? No, not in the current political conditions that we have right now. I think I'd be dead. Okay, so I think you're doing a fine job at staying alive and doing your job. All right, so I'm not going to criticize you on what you're doing. Well, because if I was in your position with the son of a bitches that run the world right now and stuff like that too, I would be doing things differently, but I would still have to be playing the political game and stay alive and support all this irrational, stupid bullshit that we're still doing. So, carry on. I'll see you. What can I do? Shit, I'm stuck here locked up and everybody's laughing. You can't even get a job at Walmart. We control the vertical and the horizontal. We make your life a complete fucking living hell. And so you do, and so it is. So it's a complete little capsule of what we do with the entire world and how we are dealing with it, if it's mature and intelligent or if it's immature and stupid. And it looks still like it's immature and stupid, and there's not really much we can do about it. So everybody, by all means, let's all behave immature and stupid. I mean, it seems to be the modus operandi. See what I'm talking about? So it's, yeah. Dear lady from the Bronx, I'm so sorry, man. If there was anything, hopefully, technically, I just hope you don't even have a fucking clue who I am. Okay, tell you the truth. Because if you did and you couldn't do anything about it, I'm sure it would be an absolutely miserable story to watch and have to be bothered with. To watch this poor man try to do the things that he does and watch him suffer. And if he actually did care about me like I think I care about you, maybe it's just a big thing, I think it would be absolutely miserable to care about me. So I hope you have no idea who I am. Tell you the truth. Because you would be quite right in assuming that it is depressing, sad, and quite miserable. And it's like putting one of the most kind, caring, protecting, honorable people in jail for being decent and then torturing him publicly, and everybody just sits aside and watches. Wow, it's like Khalid Abdul-Rabini said online, it's like a public crucifixion. Only even more diabolical and evil, with kids involved in everything. This is just horrid. Oh, wow. You guys, you should get like some kind of award for this, like an Oscar for directing and all that, like in the Truman Show and stuff. We'd like to thank the Academy and all praise be to God. I don't think God has anything to do with this. I tell you the truth. No, I think of God is watching. Well, God's watching this, of course. I think God's perspective, like Joe was talking about too, I think if God was watching this, God would be appalled and just be sad for little old Ralphie and everybody else too. Well, because he's fighting for all this. I still go to sleep at night knowing these girls are still being raped across the border and nobody's doing the thing. Well, they're trying. They're trying their best, Lord. We're trying our best. We're all trying our best. This seems to be the best we can do. Well, that sucks. No, it's relative and it's cumulative. So yeah, it does. Seriously, then it does suck. So relatively, if things are still sucking, we still relatively suck. So it's because we laugh at people like you. No, I don't laugh at people like you because it's not funny. It's just pathetically sad, apathetic, and self-serving, and totally addicted to your flesh and superficiality while the world destroys itself, and you sit around all collectively doing nothing about it and then laughing at everybody else. Wow, that's a genius, stroke of genius there. Yeah, we ex-military people kind of laugh at people like you. Why? It's fucking stupid to laugh at someone like me. It'd be better to go home, look in the mirror, and laugh at yourself. I'm a fucking testicless, idiot, penisless fuck. I suck. I know, it's okay. You'll get over it. It's like Joe Basinski said, man, you suck and I suck, but you look good doing it. I do look good doing it. I mean, we're all sucking, but at least I'm looking good doing it. You know what I'm saying? I may not have six-pack abs and the best clothes and stay in the best conditions. I mean, I'm sitting around depressed. Yeah, well, go figure. Let's take his kids. Let's make it where he can't keep a job, marginalize him, and make him look like he's complete insignificant nobody. And today when I was walking to the store from the library, I felt like the king of the world. I felt like one of the most amazing people in the history of the world. Not by my possessions or my awards or all the things I've sold and did or people I've killed in the name of commerce and the great American way of life. And no, I really am not a crook. I'm just kidding. Because of my deed. Because I got up to try to help us save it all through intelligence, love, and through a greater faith than most of you guys think you're actually practicing. And you're not praying the Lord's Prayer. None of you are. This holiday has been brutal because people are playing for their will. And every time I don't do things their way, oh, he must be wrong. He must be going to hell. He must be a demon. He must not be the real Messiah because he's not doing everything the way we do. He's not genuflecting right. You guys are not studying that Lord's Prayer. Okay, I want you to study the model prayer from the very top to the very bottom in the Holy Bible. Okay, you can study the Holy Bible during Ramadan. You can. It's a testimony of the apostles of Jesus Christ. It's been manipulated, but there's so much perfection and truth in there and beauty that you can live by if you let your heart read it correctly, like my boy Mike taught us. And in the book of Matthew, if you go read the model prayer from top to bottom, those are some mathematical perfections. So stop trying to pray, force your will on me, because you are doing it, because it's having effects on my health this month. And I'm feeling tired, weak, and sick because I'm not doing things your way. And I told you all this before when I was praying in Sierra Vista, and I was doing it in that tent privately, and people were spying on me. And what did the Prophet Muhammad say about spying? It's a bad thing. Now, Parent watching over children, making sure they're not abusing one another is one thing. But somebody spying to critique them on their prayer, to critique them on how they're having sex, to tell them they're doing stuff wrong because they were obviously not taught wrong, because I still don't have any faith and trust in you, so I'm going to keep watching you. Thanks! What about God? Isn't God supposed to watch me? You're supposed to do your best, and then God's supposed to help me through? No, you have no relationship with God. Only I talk to God, and I tell God what to do and how to do it. Yeah, I know. I figured that out, Beelzebub. Do you want to leave me alone and let me play by myself? You're doing it all wrong. Your back's not right. Your head's not right, and your hands are not right. I'm doing it to the best of my ability and the way it feels good and comfortable and submissive for me. You're not doing it right. Muhammad did it this way. Really? So when you were watching Muhammad critique, no, he told us to do it this way correctly. He did, okay. He said be contrite and do it, yeah, and have your head bent at 90 degrees and this and that and that. Yeah, so you have to have shoot. Is it ergonomically correct? What if we have different ergonomically built bodies? Have you ever seen when they do things ergonomically correct, they have the stuff where you can adjust it to fit your body style and everything like that? Yeah, it's not one size fits all, man. This is an off-the-rack world, man. You can get stuff tailor-made, but when you get it tailor-made, it's going to fit everybody differently. Stop trying to be God and worship God. You're going to start practicing that prayer, aren't you? I can't force you to do it. You have free will. I've been asking you. Apparently you haven't been listening to your Messiah. And it's not the first time. It won't be the last. I don't expect you to listen to everything I say. I'm not Beelzebub. I'm the messenger. God speaks and he listens to you, being omnipotent. Isn't that not right? Well, then listen to me. I'm trying to help you. I'm your Messiah. All right. Blessings and peace. I love you too.